Page 13. Looking Out for Number 1, by Robert J. Ringer, 1977. 1.2. Your weight and balance happiness scale. Your cerebral computer, commonly referred to as the brain, contains a biological computer chip I like to think of as your weight and balance happiness scale. This remarkable scale automatically weighs every known alternative available to you at any given time and chooses the one it believes will result in the greatest amount of happiness for you. The only problem with your weight and balance happiness scale is that it sometimes malfunctions, that is, it doesn't always ascertain the facts correctly and therefore does not always produce decisions that are in your long-term best interest. So, as with any computer, it's only as good as the operator who feeds it information. If you feed your weight and balance happiness scale irrational thoughts, it will make irrational decisions. That's why there is no escaping the reality that it's up to you to keep your scale functioning properly. It will never fail to make a decision for you, and each decision will be what it believes to be in your best interest at any particular point in time. Even the failure to make a decision is, in fact, a decision of the decision not to take action. The batting average of your weight and balance happiness scale is directly related to your level of awareness and your determination to take only rational actions. But there's another factor that comes into play with your weight and balance happiness scale. Even if we all exercised good reasoning powers before taking action, each of us would seek happiness in our own way. Some pursue happiness by becoming martyrs, others by being well-read and knowledgeable on a variety of subjects, and still others by accumulating great wealth. The differences in our pursuits are due to our varying ideas about what happiness is, that is, what leads to our experiencing the greatest amount of pleasure. Of and by itself, this divergence of views is not a bad thing. It's only when others try to tell you what should make you happy that problems begin to appear. And when that occurs, you do yourself a great disservice if you believe that the opinions of others should be binding on you. How can you be certain that your weight and balance happiness scale is functioning properly? The pleasure, pain compartments of your brain will always give you an easy-to-read printout, that is, you will either feel happy or unhappy. The happier you are, the more your scale is in balance. The unhappier you are, the more your scale is telling you that something about your thoughts and actions are out of sync. The greater the happiness you hope to achieve, the greater the price you should expect to pay. It is, of course, up to you to decide the price you're willing to pay, but it's wise to decide on that price before taking action. Aside from paying the price necessary for a better life, your only other option is inaction, that is, accepting things as they are and living with the frustration, conflict, and pain that make life more of a burden than a celebration. Unfortunately, most people choose inaction, because inaction is the easiest alternative. In effect, the choice they make through their inaction is to avoid relatively mild, short-term pain in exchange for a lifetime of dull, chronic pain. And dull, chronic pain is a virtual living death. Why worry about life after death if you're not living this one? The wisest, long-term choice is to commit to the effort, and no matter how difficult it may be, to take positive, rational action every day of your life. This may mean making radical changes in your lifestyle, occupation, or place of residence. Such changes, of course, should be made only after careful reasoning convinces you they are warranted, because much of what it takes to make you happy may be right under your nose. Or, as an unknown author once put it, the bird in the hand looks awfully good after it's already left your hand. Page 14.